Hi, welcome to Healthy Homesteading Adventures. I'm Tamara Lubano, and I made a video not too long ago about the 332 acre property that we came to look at, and my children and I. And so today I want to talk to you about the process of acquiring the property, bidding on the property, putting that forth with the realtor, and then whose name do you put on the deed. So I just want to say that I've never before this ever bought property before, so I didn't know anything about it really. So what happened was, when we went home, my husband was wanting to make up and said he was sorry for his addiction that he has, and that he wasn't going to do it anymore. And that I needed him. I just needed his help. How could I go and homestead by myself? And he was probably right. I mean, what do I know? At least I believed him. So we went ahead and put a bid on the property. Remember, now it was going for $199,000 the year before, and the price had come down to $99,000 for 332 acres of mountainous property. So I asked my realtor, can I bid $90,000? And he said sure. So I did that. But then I found out from the realtor that he was saying there was other people. There was at least one other person who was bidding the full $99,000. But he said that they would go with me if I was willing to go for a 2-week escrow. That tells you they really want to get rid of this property. Well, it turns out the guy owned taxes on it, so he wanted to sell it so that he'd have the money to pay the taxes. And so I said I was willing to go for the 2-week escrow. And so he went ahead and put that in. And I had no idea what would happen. I'm praying, I'm thinking, Lord, this is the only property we found up there, and is this your will that I get this beautiful property? I don't know, but I'm just praying and leaving it in his hands. Well, I get this call that the owner decided to go with me. And I was so happy and praising God. So next, we had to make a plan on what we were going to do. So the plan was to come on up here. You know, we had to come up here to sign the escrow papers. And so I think we planned on staying up here for a couple of weeks, at least 1 week. It's been so many years. It was back in 2012. And so the plan was, ouch, my cat just scratched me. Trigger. The plan was to buy a motorhome and then come up here and stay in the motorhome. And then Gary would actually be coming back up to work on the building. And that's my husband's name, Gary. So we came up here with this motorhome, and I went to the escrow office, and I think I will cover that trip later, but right now I'm just going to talk to you about what happened at the escrow office. So there was this lovely lady there. It's actually the title company, not the escrow office. This lovely lady at the title company, I just happened to mention to her that I was having a rugged marriage, and she goes, really? And you're buying this property with your inheritance money? Well, did you know that this is the state of California? If you go in on that property together, that if something happens between the two of you, like divorce, then it'll have to be split half and half between the two of you. So she recommended some paperwork that he could sign, and I have that paperwork right here. Just so you all know, this could happen to a guy or a girl, whoever has the inheritance money or whatever, if you don't want to be having the government split you. Okay, I'll let you take a really quick look at it. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll read what it says to you. It's been requested by the Placer Title Company. Documentary transfer tax, $0. To confirm title already in grantee. Excluded from reappraisal under California Constitution Article 13. This is an interspousal transfer, not a change in ownership under Section 63 of the Revenue and Taxation Code, and grantors has checked the applicable exclusion from appraisal. A creation, transfer, or termination solely between spouses of any co-owner's interest. Now, because, if it's my inheritance money, how can you be a co-owner? Because we're married, okay? So, it depends on your state. If your state has this kind of a law, you need to pay close attention to this. So, it says here, for a valuable consideration, receipt of which is hereby acknowledged, then my husband's name, of the vestee herein, hereby grants to Tamara Lovano, a married woman, as her sole and separate property. The land described herein is situated in the state of California, county of Shasta, unincorporated area, and is described as follows. Blah, blah, blah. And because there were some mentions of taxes on here, well, he thought this would be a good idea to sign it because he didn't want to have to pay taxes. It's kind of like always wanting me to be stuck with the bill anyways. So, and then an interesting thing was that the guy selling it, here we have the grant deed. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but it just says, the undersigned grantors declare computed on full value of property conveyed for a valuable consideration, receipt of which is hereby acknowledged by the trustee, which I don't need to give you his name, hereby grants to Tamara Lovano, a married woman, as her sole and separate property. So he even said it in the grant deed. This became very important later. So I'm very thankful that I did do this, and take those glasses off. I can't emphasize it enough. Let me also say that if two families want to go together on a property, what are you going to do? Who's going to own the property? Somebody has to be on the deed. And if it doesn't work out, what if you've got everybody, okay, you've got two families, and one's going to build a house over here and one over here, and what if it didn't work out? So it's maybe better for one person to own the property, because what are you going to do? You're going to have to buy that person out when they decide to move, or are you going to have to split the property and both of you move as you sell it? Not a good idea. So what you could do is think of maybe letting the other family rent on the property. That's a tough decision. I mean, if you are two godly families and really letting the Holy Spirit lead in your lives, then maybe that would work. But in a situation where what I was dealing with, if you're married to someone that is not under the control of the Holy Spirit and is falling into sin and can't seem to get out of it and control themselves, then it's just not going to work out. And so sometimes you don't know the family that you've decided to move with, and it could be a disastrous situation after you get to know each other more. So be in prayer before you decide to go in on a property with someone. That's all I can suggest. And may God grant you wisdom through the power of the Holy Spirit. Thank you for watching, and I just want to say if you benefited from this little bit of information, and if you know of anybody planning on buying property in a communal state like California where it's split down the middle, be sure to share this with them and let them know. I am so thankful for that title company lady. So thanks for watching Healthy Homesteading Adventures. This was one of the steps for going forward on the adventure, is buying the property. Don't forget to like and share. Bye.